Paris, thank you. Vice President Kamala Harris is in Boston today. Part of her message, how the Biden administration plans to address high energy costs ahead of the winter months.
Western Mass News reporter Kristen Burnell joins us now live from Boston with more on what was said. Kristen.
Chris and Mary, Vice President Harris was here earlier today where she announced funds that will help reduce winter energy costs for families. We also learned during her announcement that the Biden administration will provide $300 million to the Bay State and $13 billion nationwide to help families pay to upgrade their homes and to lower their monthly energy bills.
And that means providing rebates of more than $800 per household to help families purchase and install, for example, a new electric stove, and providing up to $1,600 per household to help families install new insulation. And it means giving families up to $8,000 to replace their gas furnace.
This announcement comes following stories that Western Mass News has been getting answers on over the past few weeks about home heating costs in Massachusetts skyrocketing this winter, and warnings that the New England region might be short on fuel in the upcoming winter season. Vice President Harris sharing what the Biden administration hopes to come out of this program.
We are working, all of us together, at the intersection of so many important priorities. By helping families pay the upfront cost for energy efficiency upgrades to their homes, we are also lowering energy bills, bringing down household costs, creating jobs, and fighting the climate crisis. It's all connected.
Now, she also mentioned that you can head to the website energyhelp.us to find out how you can get help this winter season. You can also find the link on our website, westernmassnews.com. Just click on the blue As Seen on TV button. For now, reporting live in Boston, Kristen Burnell, Western Mass News.
Kristen,